Cousin Internet. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Ed.
Hello.
And Cousin Ali.
Hello.
That's good.
That was my Ed impression.
That's a really good Ed impression.
We're going through puberty.
When it's time to
Change, it's time to rearrange who you are and what you're gonna be.
See, all
We're
I knew
old.
is I just knew the first part of that song.
I really was hoping someone would do the shalalas.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Shit, I do remember it. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Shalalala.
Oh, man.
We're
Jesus.
old. Holy cow, that was way.
No, I'm not. I saw that on Nick at Night. Along with something called Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Have you guys
Bel-Air,
seen that?
yes.
Bel-Air, yes.
Yes, Bel-Air.
Oh.
It's good.
It's been a while since we've done a podcast.
It's been a long time.
We've still been doing our
Long
shows.
time.
So what had happened was the other show that I do that is right before this changed their times, and I ended up not getting out from that show. I raced to make it to our Mama's main show, and there was just never enough time. But it looks like we have a schedule change again happening over there, so we can start doing this stuff again. What have you guys been up to? What's happened since? Ed, by the way, Ed has a topic that he pitched right beforehand, and it was good. We'll go to that. But first, let's catch it up. Ed, what have you been doing in the absence of the Mama's podcast?
Well, I'll tell you honestly.
That's great. Let me tell you about what I've been doing.
No, only because in the past on the podcast, has been listening to this, I hadn't been holding back the divorce stuff, you know. But
Wait, what?
Todd, you and I are getting divorced.
I'm kidding.
No, but we've taken some leaps and bounds in that it's coming together, and it's actually probably within a week or two, paper's going to be signed, and I'm going to be officially divorced.
I like
Freedom.
I like that you called the
Freedom.
divorce. It's coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite.
The divorce is really coming together in its separation. But in a weird way, you know, there's all sorts of emotions there, but it does feel like an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Question
yeah.
mark? That I've accomplished this non-accomplishment.
No, you're going through a lot. There's a lot going through a divorce. I mean, not that Todd or I have ever been through one. There's a lot involved in that, and it is an
Actually,
accomplishment.
both of you have. I was there at your divorce parties.
Yeah.
I wasn't at your weddings, but I was at your divorce parties.
That's really the most important part.
You know, but
Can I-
that and also I'm preparing for school to start, and there's going to be a lot of changes in my life, and I'm embracing them.
When you said divorce parties, it reminded me a friend of ours, Jay, who's a local actor. He at
Just
one point-
use his initial. Don't.
Yeah, I'm just using the initial, not his full name. But
Which
he
is Jay.
Yes.
he was engaged to a girl, and a month out from their wedding, she called it off, and he was like, "This was when I was his roommate," and he's like, "I bought all these napkins, like I bought all of the shit that you get for a wedding."
Yeah.
He bought it all, and I was like, "Dude, on the day that you were supposed to have your wedding, let's throw a party, like a not getting married party. You can wear a tux." And then I came up with the best idea is in our apartment at that time, there was like a 3-story loft. Like you come in like an entryway and you walk up a flight of stairs to the main level, and then the stairs continued up to a loft.
Okay.
So it was like a 3-story like ceiling from when you first walk in. I was like, we put you in a harness, like you're hanging yourself sort of thing, like a safety harness, but the noose around his neck. And he just hangs there but like waits. When people knock on the door, he goes, "Come in," and then just quickly like jolt. so that when they walk in, it looks like he literally just hung himself in a tuxedo.
You didn't actually do that.
No, I asked him to do it, and he wouldn't do that.
Oh my God.
Wow, big surprise.
I was just talking about your wedding the other day. They were talking about how expensive weddings are. I said if I'd have thought of this, I'd have done it. I said my buddy Todd had a potluck. You could bring food, and like everybody brought great food, and it was like, damn it, that would have been fucking great.
In full honesty, I was so against that idea because it sounded so like
White trash.
Yeah, and we ended up doing it, and the food was so amazing.
Yeah.
And there was so much of it.
It was wonderful.
Like,
I loved it.
Planning this wedding, it's so fucking expensive to feed people.
Wait, you're getting married again?
and you're also
Yeah, I didn't tell you this, Ed, but you and I are getting married.
you're also having to feed a lot of the terrorists, you
Yeah.
know, family.
I know. I hope they're not getting here on plane.
I hope so too, man. Oh my
They'll be
God.
stopped by security before they get in,
Yeah, definitely.
before they get in the country.
You know, it was funny. We actually we were just recently, Ali and I and Heather, another friend of ours, were talking about coming up with a group of divorced Avengers.
Yes, the
called
divorce-
the
Divorcingers?
the Divorcingers. And I was like, so obviously I'd be the Hulk,
Right.
Yeah.
right? And you were
Me and Heather
Heather
were
were-
Hawkeye and Black Widow because of our friendship.
because it was there well before anything.
Right.
And we determined that you'd be Captain America because spoiler
My butt?
alert. No, spoiler alert to Endgame. Please turn off your radios if you're listening to this, because now that you're getting married, you're kind of dead to the Divorcingers.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
That was kind of an unfair
So wait, not
spoiler.
Captain America, or
Yeah, that was
not
kind
Captain,
of
that's Tony Stark.
whoa, another spoiler alert. Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but
Captain doesn't die.
I know.
Spoilers.
But yet,
Spoilers.
Well, we said it before this.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I guess. But I mean, but by the time like the movie's over, he's kind of dead, right? Because he's so freaking old.
But just because you're old,
I think
doesn't mean
yeah.
you're dead,
no,
Ed.
Ed,
no, but
Ed
he
walks
looks-
into a retirement home.
He looks. I'm old. I'm old too.
Ed
But
walks into a retirement home and is like, wow, look at all these dead people. And they're like,
I
"We're-
see dead
we're-
people."
He
we're
walks in
not
like Haley
dead."
Joel Osment.
no, seriously.
Bring
but
out your I'm not dead yet.
you don't.
I
Think,
feel happy.
You don't think he was like close to death at the
Well,
end when
yeah,
the
of course,
Passover?
but
He
he's not
obviously
dead.
walked to
All
a
right, fine.
bench. he wasn't
So
he wasn't laying outside
so
of a
Todd's
hospital.
more of a Tony Stark.
No. Tony Stark's cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
because
really
we
can't
determined
have him.
Tony Stark was Tim Williams.
Yes, Tim Williams would be Tony
I
Stark.
think I'm more of a Spider-Man because I'm like the kid, you know. I'm
Whatever.
I'm
Whatever.
just out of high school. Dated models.
No, you're more like Ant-Man because we wonder why you're around.
Oh, I love
why,
Ant-Man.
why do we need you?
Ant-Man's way more useful than Hawkeye.
I think Yes, you're right.
Come
Actually,
on. I
I'm
hate the
gonna
fact
want-
that you made me Hawkeye.
But yeah,
I
it
mean, I
makes
love the
sense.
relationship.
It
but
makes
come
sense.
on, man.
You're only Hawkeye
It's like
by
masturbating
default.
with a sandpaper glove. It's no point to it.
Well,
That's
it does.
what Hawkeye
It does
is.
smooth out your penis.
It does, though. It really does. I've got a lot of
and
bumps.
it's shiny.
So Ed has been using his time to bring together a divorce. Ali, what have you been using your time for?
I have become a Trump supporter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You finally see the light.
Yes, I have finally seen the light.
Eric Trump, actually, not Donald Trump. Eric. He's a
I
big
am-
Eric Trump supporter.
I'm building a wall. My roommate is Asian,
Oh,
so I am building a wall in the middle
which
of the
kind
house.
of Asian? The Japanese?
She's
the
Filipino.
good kind.
Oh.
What do you want? What does that
She's a
mean?
Filipino.
Yeah.
And I'm starting the wall process right now. She's gone for a week. That gives me plenty of time
I think
to
God
build the wall.
hates. I think God hates Filipinos. I think that's in the Bible.
Yes, it is.
It's in the Bible that He doesn't like Filipinos.
That's why they're not allowed to use the letter P.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that's true, actually.
Ed, I think I know one or two things about who God hates.
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes. You want me to give you the list? All right. Number one, Filipinos. He was not a fan of menudo, and that is
That's a horrible
why-
soup.
Yeah,
It sucks.
and that is why they always had to get new kids because he was taking them.
Yeah.
Menudo is not Filipino, though.
No, they're Mexican.
Oh well, he hates the Mexicans as well.
I was like, what?
I thought that was obvious.
But in all seriousness, I've been, just working, doing my thing, getting back into stand-up comedy, which is great. And I've got shows coming up. I've been working with Ed doing the Gaggle Reflex, which is the
That's right.
improv and sketch comedy thing that we got coming
Hold
up
on,
soon.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well, Gaggle, did you see? Anyone see what I just fucking did?
No.
Ed handed me my Starbucks, and I went like this.
You tried to drink from
You
your
tried to
mic.
drink from the
I
microphone?
full on. I held the Starbucks in one hand. With the other hand, I grabbed the straw, and then I put my mouth on the microphone and started to suck.
I stand by my statement. Ant-Man.
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 I'm gonna crawl up your butt.
You are Ant-Man.
But yeah, I'm back into stand up, doing a lot more stand up. So I'll be in for. Hopefully they'll listen to this. If you're in the Ormond Beach area, I'll be there. The 15th of August, I'll be there headlining with Isaac Knox.
Isaac Knox, funny dude.
Yeah, it's great. I'm having fun. I'm trying to get back out in the dating market.
Well, Ed is recently single.
Oh no, I don't date Ed. I fuck Ed.
All right.
Yeah.
We just
There's
don't
no
go
love
anywhere.
there. There's no love.
It's very angry.
Oh, it's
very angry.
A lot of wrestling. It's like in Borat when that big guy and Borat go at it. That's what it's like.
Oh my god! And then since you've been, did you announce the engagement since the last?
Yeah.
Were you engaged
yeah.
then? Oh, okay. So I can't remember when you were engaged.
Yeah, that was announced. But Parker and Jesus came out.
Yes.
Your third book.
Yep. And it's you know what's funny is at the end of Parker and Jesus, like on the little epilogue at the end or prologue, there's a
Wait, is it at the end or the beginning?
it's at the end.
Epilogue.
Epilogue.
That I was right the first time. At the end of the
He's
epilogue,
a writer.
he the character of Parker, because it's written from his point of view. Throughout the book, he talks about the fact that he's going to be writing all this down in a book, and it's very kind of breaking the fourth wall and meta. But he says to get around it, he'll just find someone's name and put their name on the book. But he's the actually the one that wrote it. So the kind of truth of the matter is he wrote the book and put my name on it. And in the epilogue, it says, "Find me on social media, add me, just send me a message that says Parker sent me, so I know who you are." I've been getting a bunch of those, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
And also at the very beginning of the book, it says that I will never sign the book, but I will draw a penis on the title page. She had it. She has a penis. She had my
But what
penis.
about the book?
Basically, I just dipped my penis in paint and slammed the book in the cover.
Oh, speaking of,
Hey.
there's books. There's your books.
So Ed had an idea for tonight's topic. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, really quick. Ali had posted something on Facebook that a friend of ours had posted and said that a quote of a friend of ours had said that Ali's comedy is a lot like the whack-a-mole of comedy, whereas Ali's comedy all of a sudden pops up, and by the time you have like a retort or something to say in response to his comedy, he's popped down and moved on to another place of comedy.
I thought you meant it was because he was entertaining to children.
Yes, because if you ever hear Ali stand up,
It's
so for the kids.
Yes, it is so for the kids.
It plays
Those fucking
preschool.
kids love me.
You can't go into a Chuck E. Cheese without seeing Ali's comedy.
No, you actually Ali, I don't think can go into a Chuck E. Cheese anymore.
I'm not allowed.
But then I thought to myself, what a great like name for him to be known by, Ali Flores, the whack-a-mole of comedy. And then I was like, he could become like famous.
Here's the direct quote. It was Mark Daniel, who is a former. He's still a mama's cousin.
Yeah, he's done Mamas.
He's mama's. He goes, "You're like a comic whack-a-mole. I never know when your comedy is going to pop up, and by the time I try to smack it on the head with a witty comeback, it's gone and back down in the hole again."
So how cool would it be for Ali to like market himself, and all of a sudden you just see like his face on T-shirts that says Ali Flores, comic whack-a-mole. You know? It's
Yeah,
like,
I think you're setting yourself up for people hitting you.
Yes.
you
and
are,
I don't want to.
but then
Not just hitting you, driving you into the ground.
yes.
It brought me to my next line of thinking was like, well, he could be known, and then all of a sudden we'll be known as like, this is the home of where the comic whack-a-mole's from. Anyway, long story short, is it has to do with celebrity.
Right.
And whether or not, is there any level of celebrity that Mamas puts us at, Gaggle Reflex puts us at, or anything like that? Or are we not really local celebrities? We're just people that other people happen to know.
I don't think we are local celebrities.
I think we're just people that people happen to know.
I think we're global celebrities.
I think you're high.
I have performed in Scotland,
Yeah.
so I am international.
And you performed at Canada,
Yes.
Japan, China, all around Epcot.
All around Epcot. But no, I don't think local celebrity, I think, is someone like your newscasters or your radio, like the Monsters of the
Right.
Morning. Those are local celebrities because they're seen out and about at functions. Like, hey, we're going to have a celebrity softball game. They get invited. We don't get invited.
Right, yeah. You're
Yeah,
right.
So
we show up and they're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Right. And
Right.
so I don't think we're local celebrities. However, we do know a lot of people because of what we do. We work everywhere.
That's what I mean. It's like,
Like my daughter gets upset. She goes, "Why do you know everyone?"
Well, let me
Right?
ask you. But let me ask you this, and I know that this has happened to each of us on multiple occasions, where you're walking somewhere. Recently, I was in the bank, and I was talking to someone, and one of the guys who worked in the bank said, "You're cousin Todd from Mama's." And I said, "Oh yeah, I am." And he said, "I heard your voice and I recognized it."
Yes.
that's happened to me twice about Mama's, once about Treasure Tavern. It's happened to me about
You're welcome, Ed.
Disney.
I made you famous.
But Disney and Universal and
Yeah.
all that type of stuff, I get recognized from like just people I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, what is your definition of celebrity?
That's what I'm asking.
So we are local D celebrities.
Yeah.
I would say even
D's
lower than
nuts.
that. Like,
Even lower
I would say like we're E or F
Well,
celebrities.
okay. Well, let's see. Your local
I'm
A-list
not trying to be
celebrities.
super humble. I'm being
Right.
honest.
No, no, no.
So
Well,
our
that's what I'm saying. All right,
A-list
so-
celebrities would be.
I would say the Monsters. The
Would you really? Because
But
I,
as
The
local.
monsters are A-list?
I would
for
say they're-
local.
But
Who
Really?
would you put above them?
But don't we have other like Tiger Woods? Doesn't
Yeah,
he still
I
live
mean-
here?
No, he doesn't live here anymore. You know, he had the incident. But those are they're not local. They're celebrities
I
that
saw.
live locally.
that live locally. Like, okay, I would put Joey Fatone as a local celebrity just because.
Would you put
he
him
grew up
A-list
here.
though?
Yeah.
I think it. I mean,
Who?
Joey
Joey
Fatone.
Fatone.
Yeah, I would say that he's an A-list local celebrity.
So do you think like celebrity status? Once you've hit A-list, no matter what happens, you don't fall from A?
No.
Because a
Yeah,
lot of
you
time
do.
has passed since he was. I would
No,
say,
but he's still relevant. He's still hosting shows. He does game show
Yeah.
stuff. He does a lot of stuff, man.
I
and-
guess
and
you're
he gets
right.
recognized all the time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they were huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he still does stuff around.
Yeah.
And his name still carries weight. And he's actually his podcast with Joe Movahill, 2 Cups of Joe, is actually gaining traction. And so podcasts make a lot of people. You get a lot more people, man. With
You know what's
with
crazy
podcasts.
is so our podcasts have always done well. Like they've always done like our in general our first week is over 100 views, usually like 100, 125, and then they just kind of pick up steam from there. The minute we stopped doing them, it was like fucking Picasso after he died. It was like I just see this is your week's thing, and like every podcast was getting between 500 and 1,000 listens. And I was like, holy shit, we should have quit this a long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't we die sooner? Yeah, but like for example, I know you guys know him. I'm friends with the guy who is known as Eddie the Shaman
Yeah.
Yes.
on Real Radio, and
Is he still on there?
I don't know.
Or
Because
he-
Philophiles is gone.
yeah. He does guest spots.
But for
I
a
would
while,
put-
when I told people that I knew him, people would
Oh,
be
yeah?
like, "Oh my God, you know Eddie the Shaman?"
Yeah.
And I would be like, "Yeah, I did like a lot of gigs with him. He's just
Right.
you know,
It's Eddie.
it's just Eddie." Yeah.
To us, it's just Eddie.
But is he a celebrity? Is
I
he
would put him
local
as a local celebrity. Yeah.
So
He had a pretty good
I think
status.
to answer your question of are we local celebrities, it
I-
depends on what your definition of celebrity
By
is.
my definition of celebrity, we are
Well,
not.
I mean, think about it. We're at a podcast now,
Right.
and we have 5 people
In
watching
this
us
room.
I
doing the
know.
podcast.
Yep.
So,
It's kind of a big deal.
kind of
yeah.
the
See, but in all seriousness, like if you were to post on social media, like, "Hey, Mama's Comedy Show," you know, this person, that person, this person, are there names that you can list where more people show up here to this room to see it than other names?
I don't.
And I'm
I don't
not
know.
saying any names
like,
in particular.
Right. No. I don't know if any, because people who are regulars to Mamas or people who come often enough to Mamas,
Right.
I think they like every person that performs.
Right.
I think there are other people like, for example, Megan or Devin, who are not in often, but when they are, they kill.
yeah.
And so I think when we say stuff like, "Oh, Devin's going to be in show tomorrow night," there are people who are regulars who are like, "Oh, that's great. I love seeing Devin." For the anniversary show, I'll say it here, and I don't think anyone else knows, but Tony's going to be doing the anniversary show.
Nice.
So, like,
Are we allowed to come play or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ed was going to do it, but yeah, do you want to be the fourth for the night?
Yeah.
I
right.
got
What night? When are we doing it? 20.
It's the 16th.
But that's my boy's birthday, so my son's birthday.
Yeah,
you really
can't
should have
do
thought about that. You should have kept your dick in your pants.
it. Yeah, Ed.
They're actually born early.
Yeah.
Now here's the caveat to that. I'm going to be doing the 48-hour film festival,
Right.
which starts I think that Friday, but I think they write all day Friday and we shoot on Saturday, so
Right.
I should be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to be that. I want to be in that show.
So, but like saying that, like saying Tony's name to regulars love Tony. I mean, I think
Yeah.
regulars love all of us, but it's like they haven't seen him in a while, so that's kind of a cool
Well,
thing.
it's a nostalgic thing. It's like, hey, Tony's going to be here.
hey.
Hey.
I just think there's got to be there should be a terminology that is not celebrity for what we do, and because I would hate to think of what we do in entertainment as factory work.
All right. Well, let's break it down. What makes a celebrity? Like break it down in the
Not what we
its,
do.
No, but break it
No.
down in its simplest form.
Being one
Being recognized, which we've said
We
we've
do.
been recognized by strangers.
Yes, we get recognized. So we're.
But I think that's it, because
Well,
every other
what-
aspect is just
What
a
else
job,
makes a celebrity?
I think a draw makes a celebrity,
which has
So
to do with being
we-
recognized. It comes back.
Not
to the same
necessarily.
thing.
I can recognize you and go, hey, that's a guy.
Oh,
You're the
whether or
guy
not
that
you
raped my.
want
You're the
to-
guy that
Yeah,
raped my
I'm not gonna-
grandma.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't leave the house now without people recognizing me.
It's like
As the
doing
guy
stand-up.
that raped their grandma.
It's like doing stand-up. If
Yeah.
you can't draw, if I can't draw a crowd, then you don't get booked.
Ali won
right.
the Florida's funniest one year, right?
I did not win. No,
Oh, never mind. Ali's not a celebrity. He's a loser. He's a.
I've made it. I made it to the semis a couple times.
I've got a semi right now.
You great minds. Anyway,
But I don't know. You guys, who do you guys get excited to watch if you hear that they're going to be here? Do you? Yeah, for this show.
Hold on, Ed. Tilt your microphone towards them so I
hold
can.
on. We're going to the studio audience.
So go ahead and shout it out.
Cody.
Cousin Cody,
Francisco's usually pretty good.
cousin Francisco.
I like Ali and Ed.
God.
Just shut up and get back underneath the table and suck their dicks. Like,
Thank you, Josh.
Actually, I like when Ali or Ed are here.
yeah, so do I.
Thank you.
I wasn't joking. I just made it sound like.
We pull really well with the Jewish community.
It's got to be worth a few shekels.
So we Ed and I were doing a show tonight before this, and we had 99, and shoes came up, and I did my Nazi joke.
Oh God.
So this
You
is
did it right this
yeah.
time.
Let
You
me.
did it fine.
So this is how the Nazi shoe joke goes. 99 shoes walk into a bar in Germany, and the bartender says, "I'm not serving you in here." And they said, "Why won't you serve us?" And he said, "I can see your laces are tied in little Nazis." So that's the joke. A few years ago, when we were doing our other show, we had 99, and we had some people who were German in the front row. Which
Oh,
wouldn't
God,
have
I remember this.
would not have been a big deal. But what happened was we got shoes as a suggestion, so I was like, I'll do the Nazi joke. But before I did it, I said, this joke here I'm going to do we have some visitors from Germany here, so I'll do this joke for them. And then as I started the joke, I went, Jesus Christ, I just called these guys out for being Germans. I can't do a Nazi joke now because that's going to be not all Germans are Nazis. I got to find a way
Out of this?
Yeah, I got to find a way out of the
All
joke.
of that happening within a second
Yes.
in your head.
All of
yeah.
that is happening as my mouth is moving, telling the joke. And so this is what ended up coming out. 99 shoes walk into a bar in Germany, and the bartender says, "I don't serve Jews in here." And I immediately went, shoes.
And remember, you dedicated that to the
I
Germans.
dedicated it to the Germans.
You dedicated
So I was
it to the
like,
Germans.
This joke is for our German people here. My punchline was, we don't serve Jews.
Remember, let's call him DJ. We'll
Yeah.
call him DJ.
Yep.
So, and I remember coming in.
Oh, shit.
So I'm doing a show with DJ, and Todd was not in that show. But you were getting ready for Mamas, and I
Yeah.
was coming in to do Mamas.
Yep.
And so I was going to
remember
haul
the
ass
story.
to come in. And I come in and go, dude, wait until I tell you what fucking happened tonight during 99. We get, what did we get? Tampons or something like that?
It was tampons.
Tampons. So we do tampons, and it's like, oh, I get cotton mouth. They're stringing us along type of stuff.
Yeah.
DJ does his joke, and it went fine. And we're like, okay, because there's a certain joke you don't say. You could say it at Mama's,
Right.
But you don't say it at a dinner theater where there's
Where our only rule is you can't swear.
yeah, you could be innuendo like a mother scratcher, but you can't flat
Right.
out. So we'd already been done, and he goes, wait, I have another one. And I went, no, because I knew exactly what he was going to do. He goes, 99 tampons. Walk into a bar, and the bartender says, we don't serve tampons in here. Get out. And they're like, why? Because you're a bunch of stuck-up cunts.
The one rule.
Oh, my God.
The one rule, we can't swear. And he was like, is cunt a swear?
C-bomb. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is it here at Mama's? I know that we're, hell's a poppin' here at Mama's, but there seems to be not a censorship, but an okay and not okay based on the person. You know what I mean? And there was somebody who did the bench joke. The
bench joke?
The being able to support. The difference
what?
between. Oh my God! I can't tell this joke. I can say the punchline.
Whisper it to me.
All right. While they're doing that, I will explain.
God.
Nope. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody did that joke.
What's the
I don't
joke?
know who said it. It's a racist joke. It's a racist joke.
It would sound weird. coming
Against
out
what
of my mouth.
race?
Black people.
Oh, don't do that. They'll kill you.
No, but I remember there was a
No, he
there was,
said-
there
so
was
the
a
person- I
female
don't know who did it.
performer here. It was Megan or it was somebody who maybe Heather, somebody who did that joke, and it was urged on by. Can you tell the joke?
I'll tell the joke.
Because I don't feel
say,
comfortable.
what's the
with
difference
that.
between-
Preface it with your race. So
Yeah, I'm Mexican, and
So it's okay.
also
it's okay, everyone. It's a
not
Mexican.
necessarily, but
Maybe you
I'm
remember
just
who told
reporting.
this.
I'm reporting. I'm not telling this joke. I'm
Right.
reporting the facts.
Okay.
And this
Hold
person
on.
told
You know
the
what?
joke.
I'm going to add some reverb to your microphone so it sounds like a memory.
Okay, so there was someone who said this joke on stage, and it said, "What's the difference between a bench and a black guy? A bench can support 4 people."
All right, I'm taking the reverb down. That's terrible. I think Ali is shame on you.
Whoa!
Do you remember who said that? It was a female. I remember somebody here.
It might have been Lisa.
And they were all excited because they were egged on by somebody
Oh my
else
God.
I think
to do it.
I think the one
And the audience booed. It was the first time I heard the audience boo at Mama's.
the one kind of thing with race jokes is like when Francisco was here, Francisco told like a Puerto Rican joke, and I would follow it with a Puerto Rican joke, but my persona on stage is that asshole.
Right.
And the reason that I stopped doing that is because like I forgot what his Puerto Rican joke was that he did.
I don't remember. There's so many.
But I followed it with the Star Trek one, which is
Yeah.
why aren't there any Puerto Ricans on Star Trek? They don't work in the future either. That's the joke. And he always had like a comeback for me.
Right.
And that kind of is what makes it acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they see, one, I'm not serious about it, and two, he has the final say.
Right. It's
Like-
like okay. It's like Blazing Saddles. Everyone talks about how that Blazing Saddles can't be made right now, and I think it can. I think that movie can be made,
And we'll do it
because
right now.
Because if you look at it, every black person is a hero. They're
Right.
intelligent and they're heroic.
Right.
Every white person is moronic. Even Gene Wilder's character is an alcoholic. You know, he's a washed up alcoholic, has been, who turns out to be a good guy, but he's still,
Right.
a bad guy. Like he's flawed. So I'm like, no, I think you can do that movie right now. I really do.
They edited it all out.
Well, no, they do. I'm saying remaking it. If they remake it, I think they could do the whole movie again.
Well, they do
If you
rem-
can do Django Unchanged, where you're Unchanged, where you're dropping N bombs constantly,
Right.
No, you could do this because it's making fun of racism.
The sheriff's a bong.
Yeah, they're making fun of it because of
They
censorship.
edited everything out.
Well, they edit it because it's censorship. You're not allowed to do those things
Yeah.
in regular TV.
But you can do it like they do re-release Blazing Saddles in the theaters from time
and
to
it's
time.
fine. They don't edit it.
Are we awake? That all depends.
Are we black?
Yes.
Then we're awake. But we're very confused.
That's great.
Yeah, I think the reason that I stopped doing that joke in particular, even like when Francisco still did the Puerto Rican joke, I stopped because one night
Somebody
we were
stabbed
setting up. No, we were setting up for mousetraps, and an old white guy came up to me, and he went. I was just setting up mousetraps, getting ready for Act 2, and he walks up to me and goes, "What do you see at a Puerto Rican yard sale? Your stuff." And then he walked away.
Just like a drive-by?
Yeah.
Drive-by racist?
I feel like, but I feel like he felt empowered or
Yes.
emboldened to
Licensed,
say
yeah.
that joke because
Yes.
he heard my joke. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be the guy that you're like, all right, brother.
What was the night? What was the night when we were out? We were saying goodnight to everybody, and
When you were wearing the hood?
no, we were saying goodnight to everybody out in the lobby, and somebody came over and talked about the diversity of Mamas and referred to me as the Jewish cast member.
Do you remember
I'm not
first,
Jewish.
Our
first
first
Christmas
studio-
show?
Christmas show
Oh,
where I
right.
dressed up
Yeah,
all
so-
Hasidic.
The first Christmas show, we all decided we were going to dress like super
For the holidays, yeah.
holiday themed. And Ed comes in like a black suit with
The Moya
Moya curls, or no? Payas.
the payas, thank you.
curls, and
and a
he-
black hat.
It's pronounced Pais.
and
See,
he stayed true to a Jewish character throughout the entire show, and he did it like with integrity. He didn't he wasn't self-deprecating.
I grew up in a neighborhood that was very Italian and Jewish, as most
But
neighborhoods are.
everything about
that are-
it was fine.
Yeah.
Everything about it was fine. Nobody in the audience had a problem with it. Then at the very end of the night, he goes, "And I'm not even Jewish." And then suddenly it was like, you made fun of Jewish people for the past 2 hours.
Yes.
But this
You
was-
tricked us.
But there was another show where I was even doing that, and someone just put that on me. They were like, "Oh yeah, the Jewish guy."
Do you remember Duty Humor, our first show? We're like, who was it? Mike that we called Jewish?
Oh yeah.
Mike said, "Dude, I'm not Jewish." It's like, why would you say that? That's such a silly thing to
Yeah.
call someone. I'm not. I'm Italian. It's okay, Mike. We
forgive you.
We
We
forgive
accept
you.
you.
We accept.
But Italians and Jews, they get us confused all the time.
Yeah. Well, you guys, you know, you
We have the same moms and the same guilt. That's
you,
why.
you smell the same.
I was just talking to a
Like
friend
a
of mine out
deli.
in Chicago. She's out in Chicago and she's doing Second City stuff. And she asked me this question. She goes, "Do you often get? But you don't look Mexican." And I go, "I get that all the time. I get that I don't look Mexican. I look. I used to get it all the time. Like you look Italian or you look this or that.
You look Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
You do a little bit.
I don't want you on my plane.
So she gets that, and she goes, "I'm tired of it," because she gets tired of everyone just assuming that she's a white girl and she's Cuban. They're like,
Right.
well, you don't even look Cuban, and then she'll ask them,
Is this
well,
bro?
what does a Cuban look like? And they're like,
Big beard, cigar.
I don't. And they're like, I said, they're
Drives an
thinking,
old car.
They're thinking because Cubans are Hispanic that they're going to have dark skin. Most Cubans are light skinned.
Yeah.
They're very light skinned.
They're very trustworthy.
And I'm like, it's wow. So she's like, I'm getting tired. And she goes, they offer at Second City diversity scholarships for, the classes or anything like that.
Right.
And she's like, I want to go up because they say, we're offering diversity scholarships. I want to ask, but they've already said, we've got all white people here and, and with her, and when they reference her, it's like, I'm Cuban. She don't want to ruffle feathers. She
So
won't
what
wanna
you're
go up
saying
there.
is some people don't know how to take a compliment.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
You know,
saying.
what's funny is one of my good friends in college was, and still is, 100% Cuban, and yeah, he's as black as any black guy you would ever see, and go, so to say one look is Cuban,
Right. Going back to your thing of Italians and Jews being mistaken for each other, I want to go back and refilm biblical movies, but just treat everyone as Italians. So Moses comes up to the Red Sea and goes, "Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Wait,
And the seas
look
part.
at all this fucking water over here.
Listen, Pharaoh, I'm just saying, it'd be in your best interest to let my people go. You got a real nice pyramid here. I would hate for anything to happen to it. All right?
So, you got a problem with my boy JC? You got a problem?
Just
I got
saying.
12 cousins right now. We'll come after you right now. They're disciplines.
Let's just say they're family.
Every time they drive the stake into Jesus' hand or something like that, because he's like, "Hey, oh, watch it, buddy."
They don't even have to put the lamb's blood over the door. They just stand in front of their
Marinara.
doorway and go, "You're going to pass over this house." What do you mean? It's in your best interest. Pass over
Pass
this
it
house.
over. Pass over.
I didn't realize how many people in the Bible wore tracksuits.
Let's just say that you want to pass over it.
The Bible movie brought to you by Adidas.
Oh, my God.
God.
That would be
Hilarious.
great. Just Christopher Walken coming out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. You got to pass over.
That's wonderful.
Hey, Judas, what are you doing over there in the shadows? Get over here.
Get over here.
Get
you-
over here.
This guy.
You
this
crazy guy.
This fucking
Let
guy.
me tell you a story about this guy.
This
huh?
guy's always fucking broke. Always broke.
Not you, Peter, huh? You got those that silver, right?
Damn
Hey,
right
look
I
at
do.
you.
Fucking doing well. I'm doing all right.
Build
Look
that
at this
guy.
fuck. Look at this fucking bastard over here with myrrh. Who the fuck brings myrrh?
We
Fucking
were
myrrh.
laughing. We were laughing about it. Hey, Spider, go get the drinks.
I'm holy how? How do you find me holy? How do you-
What do you think? What do you think? I'm holy? What do you think? I'm devout?
No, I'm just saying. You said it. You're holy.
No,
That's
you're
all I'm
saying I'm holy or holier than you?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just
Why don't you
saying.
crawl for the wine like?
Why you getting so cross?
Hey, watch your mother father mouth.
Now wait a minute. Does it work the other way? Can you take stereotypically Italian movies and make them Jewish?
Yeah, but
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Ah! we're good menches. Good menches.
you,
Ever since I was a boy, I've always dreamed of becoming a rabbi. And it's,
are you looking at me? Oh wait, no, that was
Why-
Taxi Driver.
That's
Are you talking to me? Please don't.
Please don't.
no, it's. Are you talking to me? Why wouldn't you be talking to me? You what? Am I not good enough for you to be talking to? It's like that. It's one of my favorite jokes is why do Jewish people answer questions with questions? Why shouldn't we? So, yeah, grow
All
up
I'm
in the
thinking about
neighborhood.
All I'm thinking about is
You know enough about Italians. I don't know enough about
Leota's character. Karen, why would you flush it, Karen? And so I want to hear that Jewish when he's like, Karen, what are you doing?
They would have never found it. I had it all the way up there. They would have had to move this and that. It would have been a big booker. There would have been no problem. Oh, Karen, look at you, Punim. You're all upset. She's all verklempt. Why don't you go outside, get a little air? What, are you seeing helicopters? I see them all the time. Ugh.
Oh,
By the way, just to let everyone know, we have two
Copyright.
Jewish people laughing, so it's okay for you guys to laugh.
And me, apparently.
And Ed.
so 2.5 Jews.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
2.5 Jews.
Thank you,
That's a
Beth.
great movie. I love 2.5 Jews.
2.5 Jews. With Charlie Sheen.
All right, we should start.
Shinkelstein.
We should start wrapping this up.
Shinkelstein.
Ed,
Yes.
what did you learn tonight?
Wow. I learned so much. We were all over. We were at divorce to celebrities, to jokes that we can't tell, to religions and races. I learned that as cheesy as it is, I really miss doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I miss doing this before the show. I think it puts me in a really good frame of mind. You know, running in here at the last minute, just before mom is being like, okay, we got to get everything set up. Let's go. It's not the same vibe as like doing the podcast, sitting back and
Yeah.
It's kind of a warm up.
yeah, we're playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I learned that I missed this.
All right. Ali, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that Ed's Jewish.
I'm not Jewish.
Why are you ashamed of your heritage, Ed?
Why are you ashamed of your Middle Eastern heritage? Ali. Ali.
Swear to God.
And I
Todd,
learned.
what did you learn?
I learned something tonight too. I learned that a bench can support 4 people. That is a lot to put on one bench.
That is an awful joke.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even doing the first
Whoa,
one.
a bench at Walmart won't do that, but
No.
because the people are very large.
All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We are here every Friday night at 10 p.m. Call 407-363-1985. Also, is it the 16th? Friday the 16th, right?
16th, yes.
Friday the
the
16th is
anniversary.
our 10-year anniversary show. Woohoo! Book tickets for that because they are filling up. 407-363-1985. Ali, where can people find you?
You can find me on. You can find me. Go to my website www.aliflores.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, comedic actor. You can find me. You can listen to my podcast with my buddy Jason Logan called Two Fat Dads, spelled TOO, Fat Dads Podcast. And I'm coming up. We have a show, Gaggle Reflex, that Ed Budd is in. August 10th at Dragonfly Studio in Ocoee at 129 West McKee Street. That should be a very funny show. It's going to be based on vacations. And then I will be performing. I'll be headlining in Ormond Beach at 31 Supper Club on August 15th, which is a Thursday night. It's only $12 for the show, but if you want dinner, it's a really nice place. It's $50 for the show and dinner. They do a 3-course meal. It's really nice. So that's where I will be. Todd.
Okay, Ed, where can people find you?
At Katz's Deli down in East Houston Street in New York. It's 855 East Houston. It's a nice stop just off the F train. You could take the N, the R. You could transfer over at Penn Station and get yourself a nice little pastrami on rye. And the pickles are to die. Oh, and get yourself a Dr. Brown's. You want a Dr. Brown's with the pickle and the.
What's a Dr. Brown's? I don't know what a.
Did you say what's a Dr. Brown's?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
The best soda you will ever have.
And you can find me on Instagram at Todders, TODDERS, or Snapchat and Xbox Live, Duty Poo Poo, DOODIEPOOPOO.
And we are so proud of you.
Thank you. Buy my books.
How come you never call your mother?
Call your mother.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Shalom.